And my friend just let me know that he's getting ready for work, so I guess he's not going to join us. So I'm going to continue on as always. Um, I'm going to dismiss that. One thing is rather interesting, and I found out this just last weekend, I should say, that people seem to like this format better, probably because they're on their phone than the OBS slash this way format. So what I'm thinking, if I can try to find a way of doing this format, because it's easier for people to watch on their phones, and it seems like I get a lot more people that are interested in it with the live and being more like a YouTube short format. So I'm going to keep trying to do that from here on out. Hopefully, I can get it worked out where I can use the OBS and also using chat software when I do have somebody to interview that's remote, because I think that's very important. I think that having that connection, and I'm not sure how I'm going to lay out the format, so you might not see me like dead center. It might be like off to the side or whatever. Well, I'll figure something out. But since that is the case, I might have them up here in the front, maybe me in the corner, so that way you can see them a little better than me, because I think that's important, especially when it's a rock star or whoever I'm interviewing is more important. Tonight I thought I would do another list of songs of female artists, because I really like that. These are bands that are led by female singers. I believe hopefully all of them are. They're all fairly new within 2000 to till now. There's quite a few that are, at least the songs were released in 2022, 2023. So we got a little bit newer music for certain individuals that want me to cover that, apparently, is what I was told. So I thought I would indulge them in it instead of being all old school. We're gonna do a little bit more newer stuff, or at least the release dates are newer. Whether they're actually newer bands or not, I don't know everybody's date when they first started, but we'll get into it and I'll let you guys know. Speaking of bands that are new, I'm gonna mention the fact that the Violent Hour has got their whole female band around and ready to go. They did do a new show in California with Buck Cherry. They're opening for them, and I think what? What? Okay. Anyway, no negativity, guys. Please keep it down for that. I appreciate it, because regardless how you feel, okay? What the world? Thought I. Anyway, I really hate you. Why? Why does somebody hate somebody else? We shouldn't be doing that. To me, hatred is not the part of the metal family that I'm a part of. And apparently, he's not a metalhead, I'm assuming. Because a lot of the people I know are very nice people. Almost everybody is. Actually, all of them are. A little bit crazy, a little bit unique. But anyway, uh, uh, the first song is Inherita, I think is how you say it. Inertia. Oceans of Slumber is from 2022. A haunting atmospheric song that explores the feeling of being stuck and unable to move forward, which is really cool. Thank you very much, Donnie. Appreciate it. I like that. Sorry, I was kind of distracted by the other person's message, so I apologize for that. Number 19 is Valkyrie from Battle Lore, 2022, a fantasy metal song that tells the legendary tale of a fierce mythological warrior, which is kind of cool. I like that. It sounds like it might be a really good song. So I might. I always say I'm going to check them out, but half the time I don't. So I shouldn't say that I'm going to check them out or might check them out. Either should do it or not. But anyway, number 18 is a light in the black. That's an interesting title for a song. A light in the black. Leaves Eyes, 2018. This track is an epic Viking metal song. Ooh, that sounds cool. That speaks a hope of guidance during the darkest of times, which is, oh, I see what they mean by when the light and the darkness, or the black, so to speak. Number 17 is The Void. The Dark Element is the band. 2017, an introspective song that feels about feeling lost and disconnected in a metaphysical void. That's interesting. These are kind of deep, dark kind of songs, it sounds like. Um, Aria is from Delilah, 2014, a symphonic metal song that uses metaphoric or a musical piece to express the beauty and tragedy of life itself. That's cool. Interesting. Number 15 is The Scent of the Past from Infected Rain. Did I say that? Yeah, okay, make sure I got the right one. This track is a haunting and emotional look at of being tormented by past memories, which is makes sense. This the scent of the past. Interesting. I don't know if I've heard that one, to be honest. I used to listen to a lot of their music, and reason I haven't been listening to much of Infected Rain as much as I used to. Number 14 is Blood of the Forgotten Gods. Phoenix Valkyries is the group. 2023. Hello, how's it going? Bestie for you, Dills. Okay. Dills? Like in, like, dill pickles? Or is that something else? Anyway, uh, a song about reclaiming the ancient power and honoring forgotten legends. Thanks, appreciate it. Let's see here. Number 14 is The Blood of the Forgotten Gods. Oh, dill pickle. Okay, just making sure. Phoenix Valkyrie, from 2023, a song about reclaiming the ancient power and honoring the forgotten legends. There you go. 67. What's that? Mr. Bell or Mrs. Bell? Okay, I'm not sure what that is, but anyway, before I go any further, don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe, or please just subscribe to the channel because, like I said, it's free, doesn't cost you anything, so why not? And you'll get some interesting, many new songs that you might not have heard before. And then later on, once we get enough subscribers, which I'm hoping to do, is to interview somebody live, which I almost almost had an opportunity to do that, but things didn't go that well. Long story, that their voice they were saving for the concert, which I don't believe it completely on that. I think there's another reason for it, but I'm not going to get into all that. Anyway, next for the next song is number 13 is The Last Stand Battle Beast 2015, a power metal anthem about a fierce battle against overwhelming odds, which is kind of cool. I like that. It almost reminds me of Transformers Beast Wars or something because of Battle Beast, or something to do with what do they call that? Thundercats kind of thing, kind of deal, or Battle Bots or something like that from TV. The robots, you know. Number 12 is Burn to Merge. Okay, that's interesting. Now this one, I'm not sure about the name of the band as well. Is EVUV? Oh, is it? No, ELUVEITIE. Evaluate, maybe? No, that's not right. That doesn't sound right. Anyway, 2019, this song is a pagan folk metal track about finding strength and rebirth through destruction. Interesting. Through destruction. So you get strength and rebirth through this destruction of something. Number 10 is I Am Fire from Hailstorm, which I know fairly well. I've heard some of her songs very well. 2015 is an empowering anthem about self reliance and the burning passion to succeed in one's own terms. Number 9 is Unleashed. Doro, 2006, a straightforward heavy metal song celebrating the power and freedom of being unleashed. Straightforward heavy metal song celebrating the power and freedom of being unleashed. Okay, I just want to make sure I read that right. Number 8, and this is one of my friend's favorite bands because he listens to them all the time. He's like one of their top listeners on Spotify, Mr. Mike. Number 8 is Reign of Darkness from Arch Enemy, 2005, a melodic death metal track about embracing a darker, more powerful side of oneself. There you go. Let's see here. Darker Side. Yeah, I like that song. Actually, I think I've heard that one. I'm pretty sure I have. Number 7 is In a World of My Own, Lacuna Coil, 2009. This track is about escaping the chaos of reality to find solstice in one's own inner world. And every time I used to say the Lacuna Coil, I would think Lucoil. I don't know why. Lucoia is what I would say instead of Lacuna Coil. But anyway, I think that's the way you're supposed to pronounce it. Anyway, number 6 is We Will Rise, Martyroth. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Amaranthe. 2014 is when it was released. A motivational and empowering song about overcoming diversity and standing tall against the challenges. Oh, challenges itself. Number 5 is Cry for the Moon, from Epica. It's released in 2004, a powerful anthem that addresses the suffering in the world and fulfilling a oh and the fertility of crying for the impossible. I, I'm messing that up. I butchered that big time. Um, Number 5 is Cry for the Moon from Epica, 2004, a powerful anthem that addresses the suffering in the world and the futility of cry. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Futility of crying for the impossible. Okay, there you go. Anyway, let's see here. Number 4 is our Solemn Hour from Within Temptation. That was released in 2007. A symphonic metal band track inspired by speeches of Winston Churchill. That's interesting. During World War II, which is really cool. Man, we got nobody watching. Ooh, that's not good. Number 3 is Pisces from Ginger. This song explores the duality of the human psyche shifting between tranquility. Wait a minute. Hold on. Tranquil verses and crushing courses, which is really cool. Thanks for the likes, by the way. Appreciate it. Number 2 is a Holy Rollers from Spirit Box, and that's 2020. An aggressive single that condemns religion, hypocrisy, and contrasts serenity vocals and brutal screams, which is really cool. I think I might have heard this one, Holy Roller from Spirit Box. It's really good. From what I remember, it could be another song I'm thinking of, but I could be wrong. It's hard saying. Sometimes I listen to music and I don't always look to see what it is, so I don't always remember every single song I've listened to, but I know the song pretty well when I hear it. Number 1 is the Prophet's Song, Unleash the Archers. Oh, from the band Unleash the Archers in 2020. Lyrically, the song is from the perspective of the character who is a prophet's clone, grappling with destiny. That's an interesting song. The Prophet Song. Anyway, yeah, that's interesting. I might have to check that. That one sounds like it might be actually really good. I'll have to listen to the lyrics and read the lyrics or whatever, just in case I can't understand. Because there's some that are really heavy that, you can't always understand every single word they say. Speaking of songs and words, which I don't know that many of his songs, but Paul McCartney, yeah, Paul McCartney is doing a tour himself, and we just got tickets not too long ago for that. Me, my son, and my mom are gonna go, because she wanted to see him, and I figured why not? Because we already saw the Rolling Stones, and I thought this would be a great opportunity for family get together and something that somebody else would like, because I know there's some concerts that me and my son go to that, maybe not be the thing that certain people would enjoy. But there are some bands out there. I tell people all the time, if you're not in the metal and you think you're not in the metal, um, that there are some actual groups out there that are not really super heavy. I'm trying to convince somebody that now, that there are some groups and songs that are not, excuse me, as heavy as you might think. So I guess I'm stuck in my throat. I don't know what the heck that was, but anyway, yeah. So anyway, I don't have any people watching tonight. It's kind of crazy. So I figured, well, whoever my one person was watching, it kind of comes and goes. I had like 19 people for a while, then all of a sudden they disappeared. So maybe I need to change my format again. I don't know. Maybe OBS was the better choice. Who knows? It's hard saying. Maybe it's just the topic. It's hard to say. So, which it kind of sucks because the last time I had female friended metal bands, I had quite a few views. I had a lot, actually. I had like over 1,000, I think, on that one. So I figured I'd do it again because I thought, well, maybe people are interested in that. So who knows? So, and these are different songs than the last one, so figure why not? So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Don't forget to headbang, like, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time. And just so you know, it is free. So please feel free to do so because I would definitely love to have you as a viewer. We've come so far already, and hopefully we'll get to 500 real soon, and maybe up to 1,000 by my birthday next year. That'd be so awesome. Which is in March, so we'll see what happens. That's what I'm going for. So we'll see. Take care. Have a good night, and come back and see us tomorrow night. Bye.